We're going to be making aloe and cucumber soap, which I made from real aloe and real cucumber. So come along with me and we'll make some soap. Hi everybody. Starting to make cucumber and aloe soap, and I thought I'd bring you along. I'm getting my gloves on. I've got a hairnet on. I've got my glasses on for protection. I have shoes, long sleeves, long pants. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm in process of here, is I've got frozen aloe and frozen cucumber that well, the cucumber I did in the juicer and froze, including all of the skin, so we get more color out of it. And the aloe, I had an aloe leaf like this one, and I cut it up. I cut the ridges of the edges off, and I took all of the skin off, and then I froze those so that when I mixed this with my lye, that the lye would not do too much damage to the beneficial ingredients in the cucumber and the aloe. So I've started this, and I thought I'd bring you along and show you the beginning of what I'm doing here. I put a little bit of the lye in there, and then I'm mixing it up, and then hopefully this won't do any damage to the aloe or the cucumber, and we'll have a great soap. Now with this soap, I do not use a colorant because the color of the cucumber colors the soap very nicely. And I've got all my oils in here. So I have olive oil. Get my list here. I have olive oil, lard, coconut oil, castor oil, grapeseed oil, and shea butter in here. And then I have, of course, my water is replaced with the cucumber and the aloe. So I'm not having water with this. I'm using this as my water portion. I'm soaking at 38% and a 5% super fat discount on the lye. So I'll bring you back once this is dissolved. Okay guys, brought you back. I've got my cucumber and aloe dissolved with the lye, and the temperature is 69.7 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll put this aside, and my oils here are getting dissolved. I'll bring this over where you can see it. And those temperatures are at 154 right now. So I'm going to stick blend this a little bit to move this along a little faster. Okay, you can see I still have a lot of oils that are floating, so we're going to let that heat up some more and I will bring you back. Okay, here we are back, and my oils have all melted, and we'll check the temperature. and we're at 139. I'm going to turn it to warm, and I'm going to check the temperature of my aloe and cucumber here. Let's see what we got. We're at 67, so we're going to wait till our oils come down in temperature a little bit. I have them on warm, and we'll bring you back. Back again, and my temperatures on my oils are now at 144, and my aloe cucumber is at 68. But the color looks really good. Let me bring it over to show you. So I used the aloe plant itself, and also the cucumber I juiced intact. I scrubbed them and then rinsed them well, and then I put them in the juicer and froze them. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'll get my stick blender here, and we'll make this wonderful soap. I'm going to pour the lye down the stick blender, hopefully not have too many bubbles. I want you to be able to see too. So, there we go. Hopefully that you can see that. Okay, I want to scrape all that out. Pardon me. You know, I get in the way a lot, and I forget that you're sitting right there, so pardon me. We'll see if we can get all that goodness out. There we go. And we'll begin to make the soap. We'll bring it to emulsion, which is everything mixed together, because we now have oil and water in here with the lye, and we want to mix it up. I'll try to remember to put a list of the ingredients I used with the oils and everything I used in the description box below. That's a beautiful color, really beautiful. I love this soap. I'm trying not to get bubbles in here. We still have oil on top, so it's not fully mixed yet. Bubbles. How many bubbles are there? Seems to be manufacturing bubbles. Where are they? Okay. Well, I'll mix and mix and mix this and bring it to trace, and I'll bring you back. Hi everybody, Cynthia here again, and we're at trace, and our aloe and cucumber soap is looking really good. It's a really beautiful shade of green here, but in your view you may have a little more of a yellow look. When I'm looking at my screen, to me it looks a little yellow. It is a yellowish green. It's a light green. It's just beautiful. And this is going to be pretty much the color that the soap's going to be once it cures. It seems to hold this color pretty well. It might be a little lighter, but should be pretty close. So we're going to go ahead and cook this recipe, and it will bubble up, and I will bring you back when it bubbles up in a few minutes. Let's See you in a few. Hi everybody, you're back again. Brought you back because I wanted to show you that this was starting to cook. I'll just bring this off so you can see over here. And it's a beautiful green still. And the temperature was at 118 a few minutes ago, so I went from a low temperature, I turned to high. And I'll try this and keep an eye on it. It's at 121 now, so we'll keep a close eye on it. But it's coming along nicely. Let's bring you back. Hi everybody, brought you back. I wanted to stir this with my whisk because this is starting to separate. And this is still pretty hard, but I do wanted to get in here and get that knocked back together and help this along. I turned the temperature down to low again so that we don't overcook this, because we have real cucumber and real aloe in here and we want to take special care of that. Okay, well you can see this is pretty thick. And we are knocking it back together, so that's good. So let me just see if I can mix it. It's pretty stiff. Here we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that better. We want to keep things mixed. And we want to keep these sides down so the soap doesn't dry on us on the edge. And it sure smells like cucumber and aloe. Okay, we're approaching an applesauce stage, although we're not quite there yet. So I'll bring you back. Hi guys, brought you back. My oil is separating from my batter again, so I'm going to need to stir it. I was just checking the temperature, and the temperature now is at 155 Fahrenheit, and that's pretty close to a really great temperature for cooking soap. I like to see it a little lower, but it's good for our aloe and cucumber to stay on the lower side of the temperature. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and I will go to mix it right now. Those oils, they just keep separating, so we have to make sure that they stay together. You guys belong together. Now, everybody's recipe is a little bit different. My recipes, they all want to leave each other. The oil separates from the batter, and I have to mix it. So some of this is turning into the applesauce stage of hot process soap making, but it's still pretty slow, and a lot of that has to do with the temperature of the lye was so low when I put it in with the aloe and cucumber that were frozen that it never got to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It stayed really low. So this may be a longer process for me than usual because it's going slowly, but that's okay. We want slow with this because we want to keep the color intact. We don't want to burn any of our fresh ingredients. So let this cook some more and I'll bring you back. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll bring you back. Hi guys, brought you back again. We have some major separation going on, so it needs to get, we're going to see all this oil in the middle again. So we'll mix it and bring it back together. I thought you'd like to see how many times I have to do this with each of these soaps. So here we are. See how easily it just goes back together. We still have that beautiful green color, which is nice. Let's see what our temperature's at. We're at 202, so we're pretty hot. But everything is rather good, and nothing is burning is what I wanted to say, which is excellent. And we're gonna knock down the sides again. And I don't know if you can see, but this soap seems to be wanting to come up in volcano. I'll let it come up and show you. You can see it's starting to bubble along the edges out here. I'll keep an eye on this one, because when it gets this hot, I'm probably pretty close to the stage where I take the sleeve of the crock pot and I put it onto the counter. So I think I'll get ready to do that. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on this at the same time, because this could volcano any second. And we'll put this down. Check this up. Just turn it off. Unplug it. Always be safe. And I'll move it over here. Move this out of the way. Put it over here. And we're intact. There's enough heat in this ceramic pot to finish this soap up. So you see it's bubbling up again. We're just going to incorporate that and keep this mixed up. Now it's turning into the mashed potato, almost the Vaseline stage. We're pretty close to the end. So this is good. Okay, I have my fragrance oil. I'm going to use Ready. I'm going to let this sit for a minute. And as per usual, I have kale and clay in with my fragrance oil. This is Cucumber Melon fragrance oil from Brambleberry, and it smells exactly the way it sounds, and it's absolutely wonderful in this soap. I like it a lot. The other thing I have here is I have some rose petals that I'd like to put on top of the soap once we're finished molding it. And then I also have some Calendula flower petals that I'd like to put maybe just a little bit down the middle of the soap on the other mold, because we're going to do 2 molds. So the other thing that we could do right now is to test the soap with the phenolphthalein. This says it down here in this, so small. There we go. Phenolphthalein indicator solution, 1%. And this will give us an indication as to where we are with our soap, so it's always easy to tell if your soap's done. This whole table is moving, so I have to fix this here. Okay, it's not wanting to fix. There we go. Can you still see that? Great. Okay. And here we go. All right, we'll get a little bit of the soap from the middle, and we'll put some onto this paper towel, and I'll bring it a little closer. We'll get a dropper with the phenolphthalein, and we'll drop it on there, and you can see how that's bright pink, so it's pretty close to being done. What we wanted to see was no reaction, and we're obviously getting a reaction, so I throw this away always. This becomes contaminated and it's no good once we put the phenolphthalein on here, so this gets thrown out. Don't normally use such a big paper towel, but It's just easier to handle that way. And we'll put that away. And so what we want to do now is we're waiting for this, the temperature to come down. It'll finish its process. It'll be all ready. And when the temperature comes down, then we can put our fragrance oil in. So I'll bring you back when the temperature goes down. Oh, we're back, everybody, and it's pretty much turning into soap as we speak. You can see this darker, more Vaseline look on this side is the finished soap. So it's coming along quite nicely, and we need the temperature to come down to put our fragrance in it. It needs to come down below 177 on this fragrance oil from Brambleberry. I just checked with their website, and that's what the number is. So, and our temperature right now is 194, so we have ways to go. So I will bring you back. Bye. Okay guys, I brought you back. Finally got down to the temperature. It took quite a while, but you don't want things to go too quickly. We're at 175, so we can put our fragrance oil in it. So I usually have my kaolin clay already in here, and my cucumber melon fragrance oil from Brambleberry. And we're going to go put that on. I'm going to make sure I scrape the top so all that goodness goes in there. And then I need a small spatula. And we're going to pour this in. And the clay also. Get all of this out. We're almost clean. Pretty clean. Okay. And we got all the really mix in. We're just going to mix this together and put it in our mold. And then I have a quandary. You can see on the side over here as I stir, I have those rosebuds and Calendula flower petals, and I want to have you guys tell me what you think about how they look once we get them on the soap in the mold in a few minutes. And I want you to tell me which one you like better, or if you don't like them at all and you'd rather not have any botanicals. So I want to hear from people about what they like for botanicals in their handcrafted soap, because I'm not sure about them, and I think they're real pretty, and people have them on their, and they make soap and they put them on their soaps. I mean, they really, really look pretty. So, but, you know, and then it just washes off, you know, fairly quickly because they're only on the tops. Okay, so now we have the cucumber melon mixed in pretty good. I'm going to put the lid back on here. Put this in my bowl to be cleaned. And that's some scrap. We'll juggle things around here a little bit so we have room, because we don't have a lot of room in this space. So I'll move this over. I'll bring my molds over towards you so you can see good. And let's see if we can't pour some of this in, make it a little bit faster for us. Okay, pour in some in here, and we'll pour some in here, and here. We pretty much want it all to go in at one point. I guess that's all that's going to go in really quickly. And so I'm going to knock this down in the pot here. I want to use my fingers, but this is really still, well, 175, it's still pretty warm. So we'll move all our stuff over. Let me bang these down a little bit. Chair. You can see where my levels are. almost equal. This one needs a little more in it than the other one. So I'm going to use my big spoon to put this in here. Okay, that should even it out. And so we'll put a little more in here, and we'll put some in here also. And it's going everywhere. We want all the recipe to go into our soap. Okay, let's collect that little bit more that's in here. Bring it in here. In here. I'm really not left-handed, but it just seems convenient at the moment. Okay, now we've got most of the soap, and I don't know what color you can see in your computer, but or tablet or phone, but this is still a pretty nice green. Let me tap those down again. And let's see. I think what I want to do is take my skewer. I have these metal skewers. I found them, washed them up, and using them to get some of this harder soap incorporated back into this warmer soap, so it doesn't stick out and look different. Okay. So I'm going to texture my top just a little bit, and since I have this already in the soap, I'm just going to continue to use it. So we like a little bumpy, but we want all the bumps to be about the same size. And there's some white soap. We'll get that out. Okay. And we'll work on this side and get this all just a little bumpy. You don't want it too bumpy. Okay, I want to bring that dryer soap back up, so leave it down there. And that's it, guys, aloe and cucumber. Now, so I'm going to put on one loaf, I'm going to put these rose petals. I'm going to spray with some alcohol, and I'm going to put some of these rose petals on down the middle, and then I'm going to push them in just a little bit, because they'll just certainly just stay on top like this. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't really want to do too much. And then I'm just going to push it down a little bit into the soap so it goes down in. And some of these might fall out again. Then we'll give it a spray again. See, they're flying off again already. Need my little skewer here to push them down in a little bit better. A little more delicately, let's say. You guys get over in the middle. We want them in the middle. There we go. It's looking a bit better. Now, I want you guys to tell me if you like these botanicals on here. In the past, I had put poppy seeds down the middle of this, and I found that to be very irritating when I wanted to clean up the soap and such, and they would just get on everything, and that was not good for anybody. So we don't want that. So we're going to try something different. And these little flower petals are just delightful. And now we've done that one. Now we'll try the Calendula flower petals and see how this one looks. And then you can, write in the description below which one of these you think looks better that I should continue with. And what I'd like to do is, whatever the majority is what I'm going to end up doing. So I'll wait a while. I don't know how long, because I'm fairly new at YouTube, so it may be a while for people to find me. I'll try to let everybody know. In the meantime, I'm going to, oh, they're not going down very good. Let's spray them and see if that helps them just get a little heavier so that we can press them down a little bit to go down into the soap a little bit, just a little bit. Hot process, it sets up and then you can't, you know, really get a good adherence of botanicals unless you know, mess with it a little bit. So you guys tell. Hi guys, sorry my camera got full. Hi everybody, we're back to cut our soap. It's the next day. It's about 18 hours later, and this is what our bar looks like. Got some air holes in it on the sides, and the bottom looks pretty good, and our top with the flowers looks good. Here's our other one. It smells amazing. Cucumber melon scent is amazing, and those flowers are also beautiful. So we're going to get started and cutting this. Okay. Hold the phone here, don't come down yet. I'm going to fix those air hole pockets later on. And let's see where we're at here. A little bit over. Okay, that looks pretty good. And they're all going to pretty much look the same. There's a little bit of the flower that got pulled through. But they came out pretty nice. They smell amazing. And real aloe and cucumber in these. So it's pretty nice. I mean, they're all pretty plain. So we'll get this one onto the rack. And we'll get the other one cut. Yep. Pretty much all the same. So we'll just line these up here. And our pieces. Put in our container, and I'll wipe down the cutter so we don't have all the stuff on it. When we go to cut the other one, there we go. We're going to put the flowers again towards the front so they don't get pulled through. Let's see how we do here. We look lined up from there, a little over this way. Okay, good. All right, and pull from the middle. And there we have our aloe and cucumber with our rose petals on top. They're quite lovely. And it came out wonderful. And these are the bars. And they came out pretty nice. And smell pretty amazing. This bar of soap is really excellent for your skin because of the cucumber and aloe. I'll be beveling these, so we'll clean them up when they dry after a day or so. They're a little bit damp yet, so I don't want to cut them quite yet. Okay, well that's it. And we'll bring you back another time for another video. Hopefully you'll be back. God bless. You have a great day. Do something good for yourselves. Give me a thumbs up if you would. That would be awesome. And like and subscribe my video. Hit that bell. And we'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye.